Hello and welcome along. Welcome to the second part of our series of modifying our DualSense controller for the PlayStation 5. In the first bit we looked at changing the decorative plate and the thumbstick rings. If you want to go and have a look at that, there's links below to the playlist of how to change that. And we're also going to be changing at a later stage the buttons and the triggers as well. In today's video we're going to be just changing this touchpad here. So I've already got it on blue because I've already changed it. What you do is get any colour you like. This is obviously my original one. So we're going to be replacing these and I'm going to walk you through on how to do it. If you want some tips and some tricks on how to do it, I've also left a video down below of just going over just a few minutes on a couple of tips before you get started on a mod like this. It's not super complicated, it's just there's a lot of screws and there's quite a few steps as well, but I'll talk you through it. So everything we've got here is from ExtremeRate. When you get the box for this particular mod, what you get is you get your faceplate of whatever colour you've chosen. You kind of get this metallic guitar pick. I'll show you what that is for later. You get yourself a screwdriver, a prying tool, and nicely you get all of the replacement screws as well. I'll just be reusing the ones that come in it, but it's just nice to know that you've got some replacements there if you do lose any. And as we've got the pliers and the screwdriver here, mobile phone to take photos. For this mod you will need a heat gun, or as I've been using is a hairdryer. Works perfectly fine for me. And then we've got our magnetic mat. So if you want to do this one, we're going to crack on. If you want to go and have a look at all the other videos, go and look at the playlist down below. Go and have a look at all the different colours you can get. I've just chosen blue. You can have loads and loads of different colours. Okay, so let's get started with changing the touchpad on your DualSense. I won't be using that, just put that to one side. I'll be using this. But the first thing you need to do is get your prying tool, and we're going to pop open that bit and that bit there to take off this decorative plate. So all you do is you get under it like that and just pop it off there. Once that bit's done, move over to the other side and get that bit done. Then get your prying tool and just run it all the way along there, to make sure that all of this has been separated. And then that's pretty much done. You've done that bit. All you do is you give it a bit of a wiggle and you pull it out. Put that to one side. Next up, we're going to be pulling off these bumpers here. Again, grab your prying tool. Now, found the best way of doing this is pulling the trigger down like this. And all you do is both sides is just push it up, and it comes out. It's so easy to do these. Pull that, there you go. Push that, and out it comes. Put them to one side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start on some screws. So the first two we're going to be doing are these two here, that one there and that one there. So if I put it like this, I'm going to take a photo and we're going to point to it. That one there. Done. So I've taken a photo. Get those out and put them onto space number 1. And once that's done, spin it round and we're going to be taking off that screw there and that screw there. So again, get our phones, point to the screw that we're going to be taking and take a photo. So pop those out, stick them onto number 2. Okay, once that's done, now we're going to be taking off this half of the shell. Now the way to do this is just making sure that these two bits here, this bit here and this bit here, I have separated, and then we can work on the other bits. So just get your prying tool and get inside and just make sure, there we go, that all of that is separated all the way down there, and then spin it over and do the same for here. Okay, so that's fully separated all the way down there. Then stop, turn it over, and there's 2 clips, one here and one here. Just ping them out like that and like that, and then we should see it coming off. A case of just kind of what I try and do is push on the trigger there and just giving it a bit of a wiggle. There we go, that side's done. There we go. I've got the back plate off now. So again, put that to one side over there. Next up, we're going to take the battery out. So all it's a case of just pulling it out and then pulling this out. Don't have to worry about which way it goes in. There's only one way that goes in, so you don't have to worry about that. So put that there. And then we're going to pull this little bit here out. So this bit just pops out. And the cable, pull the cable out. There you go. So that little bit now, put that to one side. And we're going to do another screw now. So the other screw is going to be there for kind of the plastic battery casing. So again, let's get a photo pointing to where it is. There we go. And pop that out and put it onto number 3. Then once you've done that, this plastic bit just comes off. Okay, let's put that down there. Now we're going to do 2 more screws. There's 2 silver ones. There's one there and there's one there. So let's get a photo of them. So take those 2 out and put them onto number 4. Then once those screws are out, we're going to be taking out 4 flex cables here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So all you do is pull them out. The two bigger ones, the side here, can pretty much be done with your finger. That's not too bad. I like to use the pliers for this little one. There we go. And this one here, this blue one here at the back there, pull that one out. And then once you've done that, if you get your fingers underneath, so over here, and push on the thumbsticks, pop this circuit board out here and fold it back, but all you're going to do is folding it back very carefully because it is still attached there and there. And from this point, what we're going to do is take out this little bit here. So this bit just comes out. But when I first took this out, it was actually stuck to here. So if it isn't there, it'll be there. And all you do is just pull it out. Just put it to one side. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 more screws. So let's take a photo of them. It's going to be this one here. So it's this one here and this one here. Let's get those out and put them onto number 5. Then once that's done, fold this back over, lay it down, and give this whole black bit a bit of a wiggle, and it will come off. Okay. Make sure that this will cause you a lot of problems. This blue flex here has come through this hole. This blue flex here, you've got to notice this at a couple of stages that this bit here needs to poke back through the holes when you're putting it all back. There's a couple of times that when I was doing this before that I've missed it. Okay, so put that off and then put it to one side, and then get this bit, and all you're going to do is push at the bottom here. I'll explain in a second when I can show you, but what you're going to do is push in the bottom and kind of roll it up and take it out. Okay, so you're going to be pushing it there and it rolls out, and then you can take it out and then put this to one side. Okay, last couple of screws we're going to put there and there. Okay, take a photo, take those, put them onto number 6. Then once that's done, all you do is this blue flex again, got to come through this hole. There we go. Put that to one side. And then you are left with this bit. If you're doing this for the first time, this will obviously be your white piece. Now what you're going to do is for 30 seconds, you're going to blast that with the hairdryer to loosen the glue underneath. I promise you it's not difficult. I've done it several times, it's not hard, and this is where you get your metallic guitar pick and you kind of just make your way underneath it, prying it up. And if you just be careful, use a bit of heat, use a bit of pry. If you can't get under it, use a bit more heat, just keep going, and then that will ping off And as you can see, it's left a little bit of glue on there, so when I put it back on, it will stick on there a little bit. Then get your replacement piece, whatever colour it is, plonk it back on, stick it back on, and we are halfway. Now it's all downhill, putting it all back together. Okay, so first up, get this bit again, get this blue bit through there, get it all sat on there so it's all nice and neat, and then let's get up our photos. So our first photo is that, so we know we're going to put our 2 screws in there and there from number 6. Okay, there we have it. Now what we're going to do is going to get this shell back in here, reverse the process of kind of putting it in that way and scooping it round. So put it in the top first and then folding it down and get it flush on there. And then we're going to put this bit back onto here like this. I would fold this bit round and then just place it on there. But remember again, this flex here's got to go through this hole. There we go. Pop this back on and it just sits in. There you go, place it on your palm. And if we look at the next photo, we're going to be doing this screw here and this screw here. So that'll be from number 5. Okay, next up, we need to put this back in. So take this piece and just drop it in that hole there, like that. And then fold this back over, just making sure that all of these are out of the way. There we go. And then just make sure that the thumbsticks are coming through, which they seem to be. And then once that's on, put all 4 of those ribbons back in. Then if we look at our next photo, we know our next screws are to be the silver ones from number 4 into there and there. So get those 2 screws back in. Next up, I'm going to put the battery case on. So plonk that on there. We know from the photo that we've only got to do 1 screw, and that's in there. Next up, we're going to put this little bit back in. So as you can see on there, there's like an end piece there that hooks under. So in here, that hooks under there, sits in, and then we place the ribbon cable in there, nice and neat. Next up, the battery. The battery's going to go back on. Like I said, the battery only goes in one way. So if it fits in, the battery's going to sit easy. Fits in. Then we're going to put the shell back on. Now this bit is a bit fiddly. You just kind of have to put it on and just give it a bit of a squeeze all the way around and keep going around and giving it a bit of a squeeze. A little bit of a squeeze. A little bit of a squeeze that's getting caught there, so we know to give it a bit more of a squeeze. All the way around, squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Looks like pretty much done. Yep, lovely. And then all we know is we've got 2 more photos. We've got the 2 under the bumpers and the 2 at the end. So 2 of the bumpers from number 2. And finally, these 2 here. Okay, now we've only got these bits to go. So get your triggers. All you do is you put them on and you just push them in. It's dead simple, this bit. Put them on, push them in, and they just clip on. Easy. Done that. Now this bit, hook it over your thumbsticks like that and kind of feed it in. It's this, I'll tell you what, of all of the screws that we've taken out, this is probably the fiddliest bit. Getting these 2 bits here in underneath there and giving it a bit of a wiggle to make sure that it's in properly. Okay, I think we are in. Yep, looks like we're in there. And then just make sure it snaps all in nicely and together. Okay, there we have it, all done. Make sure all of these feel all right. Then obviously go over to your PlayStation, make sure that it still turns on, and make sure that it still works all fine, which it will do. My blue lights are turning on. My PS5 is off, so it won't be, so I can't test if it's on or not, but it will be working. And then just go and test it. If it doesn't work for any reason, what it will probably be most likely be one of those 4 cables or any of the cables underneath. So you'll need to go back into it, but it should be okay. I haven't had a problem at all. I've done this several times and no problems at all. So there we go. That's how to change the touchpad on your DualSense 5. Go and have a look in the playlist below of where you can do to change this and where to change your buttons and your triggers. If you've got any questions, do let me know down below and I'll try and help out as much as I can. I hope you get on okay. I hope you found this useful. I've been Console and Tech Accessories, and until the next video, bye bye.